माननीय श्री प्रसन्नाचार्य जी।
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. Sir, many doubts are being raised about the constitutionality of the bill. Sir, I'm not an expert in the Constitution as Manu Singh Biji is. But whatever little knowledge I have about the Constitution and whatever I know, the power and authority that has been granted to the state of Delhi with the Constitution is not at par with other states. And sir, I think under Article 239A, 3B of the Constitution, I think constitutionally the central government has the competency, has the authority, and has the jurisdiction to bring such a bill. So I'm not going to question the constitutionality of the bill, sir. But my only doubt or only question is about the propriety of getting such a bill. Because, sir, Government of India is a big thing, it is not a small thing. And Government of India has many responsibility to discharge. They have to eradicate poverty of the country. They have to improve the GDP of the country. They have to take care of security of the country, the border of the country. So a lot of greater responsibilities are to the central government. So I, as a layman, fail to understand what is the necessity of the central government being taking over directly or indirectly the responsibility, the charge of a municipality. It is a bigger municipality, sir. That is my only question. And the second thing is, but constitutionally, as per the constitutional provisions are concerned, the central government has every competency to bring such a law. And if any doubt is there, any question is there about the constitutionality, the court of law is there, sir. They are the final authority to take a decision about the constitutionality of the bill, because in the past, many laws that have been passed in this house or in the parliament has also been challenged in the court of law. So the court of law is the final authority to decide. Sir, one thing I do not understand, our argument is after the trifurcation of the corporation, the financial condition, the situation went worse and worse. And there was imbalance in collection of revenue and streamlining the expenditure between the three corporations. But whatever figure I have got with me is, before trifurcation also, before 2011, when it was one corporation, the financial condition of the corporation was not very sound. Sir, if my information is correct, there was a deficit when it was unified corporation of around rupees 2,451 crore when it was a unified corporation. So I don't think there is any logic in saying that after trifurcation, the financial condition went wrong, and after unified again, it will go right. So therefore, sir, we have to streamline the revenue collection and streamline the expenditure, sir. Sir, Sudhanshu Trivedi was very rightly pointing out, even the Delhi State Finance Commission recommendation was not implemented by the Delhi government. The Delhi, if my informations are correct, the Delhi, the fourth and fifth State Finance Commission recommendation, the fourth Delhi Finance Commission had recommended for 100% reimbursement on education sector, but the Delhi government did not implement that recommendation. I do not know why. So we accuse each other about doing politics in all these affairs, but I think none of us are above these politics. Sir, moreover, sir, likewise, sir, the 5th Delhi Finance Commission recommended to give 40,561 crore to the three corporations, but the Delhi government sanctioned only 7,000 crore. So how can we streamline the corporation? So either you bifurcate it, either you trifurcate it, or you unify it. Unless and until you streamline the revenue collection and streamline the expenditure, you are not going to solve the problem. Sir, one interesting thing I will cite here for your, and for the, particularly for the attention of the Honorable Home Minister, sir. Sir, the fees or rates of revenue collection prescribed in the old schedule in the DMC Act of 1957 are surprisingly still continuing. I will cite only one example. For example, there is a theatre tax, cinema hall tax. For each show, the cinema authority has to pay a tax to the corporation. And in 1957 Act, the tax rate in the 14th schedule of the DMC Act was only 10 rupees per show. But about 65 years before, it was 10 rupees per so, and today also it is 10 rupees per so. Very surprising and amusing. So how can we expect the revenue collection of the corporation, whether it is a unified corporation or whether it is a trifurcated corporation, will go up, sir? So therefore, sir, all these things has to be taken into consideration. And I think there is no mention in the bill about who will fund now. Now the power has been taken over by the central government. Funding will be made by the state government. I find a contradiction in this. So there is no provision in the bill about where from the corporation will get the funding, the subsidies, the assistance. I think the Honorable Home Minister, while replying, will clarify that one also. Sir, one important thing is that Honorable Home Minister was rightly pointing out, there are more than 1 lakh employees in the 3 corporations. It is 1.25 lakh employees, sir, and many of those employees are not regular employees. Even after completion of service of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years or 20 years, the employee services are not being regularized. There are doctors, they are temporary. There are paramedical staff, they are temporary. There are primary teachers under the corporation, they are temporary. And during the last COVID time, the corporation doctors of the 3 corporations, they rendered beautiful services. And I know few of the doctors, they succumbed to death while putting their services. But they didn't get any benefit as the regular employees are getting. So how can we expect better service from these employees? So my urge to the government is, I do not know whether the central government will do it or the state government will do it or the Public Service Commission will do it. All such employees who have rendered services for more than 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, they are still suffering in the corporation, all the 3 corporations, they should be regularized. At least for once they should be regularized for once for all, so that the services of the corporation, the employees will go up. And my last point is, sir, I was going through one provision, just half a minute, sir, about the scavengers. The present bill provides for omission of section 388 of the Main Act, which provides that any scavenger or sweeper has to give a 15-day notice if he wants to quit the job. This was the earlier provision. Now in this bill, the provision is being omitted. I do not understand the logic. Because scavenging and this cleaning service is very essential service. And sir, all of a sudden, if one scavenger, one employee who is giving such service stops working without notice to the authorities, there will be a chaotic situation. So I do not understand why this provision is being omitted from this bill, sir. With this, sir, though I have expressed many doubts, and I hope the Honorable Home Minister will clarify no doubt, because the corporation is going to be unified. It is a very good proposal. We support it. My party support it, but with one condition: let us not defer the election of the corporation on any pretext, sir. I know. I want to know from the Honorable Minister whether on what basis, on this basis of which censor the delimitation work is going to be conducted. Whether it is on the basis of the 2011 census or it is on the basis of the ongoing census. If you are going to do it on the basis of the ongoing census, then election will be delayed for minimum 1 year time. So therefore, my proposition is, let us do it on the basis of the 2011 census, so that as quickly as possible, election can be held and power can be handed over to the local representative of Delhi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next speaker is Ayodhya Rami Reddy.